We're getting very close to the end. Let's take a look at the Prehistoric Kingdom April 2026 Dev Diary. Update 17 PTB was released a few weeks ago, but I haven't really gotten much playtime in. Just admired the Stegosaurus, plants, and new water tech. I haven't dug into the management stuff yet. If you haven't downloaded the PTB, go try it out. The devs worked on combat throughout April, and now animals can attack, take damage, or die after too much damage. They've created a custom tool to attach hurt boxes to the animals. It's basically just hitboxes for different parts of the animal's body. It'll prevent weird issues like attacks hitting thin air but still somehow damaging the target. Next month, they'll be working on more attack animations and increasing the attack variety. The amount of work is staggering if you think about it. Just look at the number of animals we currently have, and there's still more coming. They're also working on future content for version 1.0 release. They're adding more foliage assets and have finished building an exciting feature that we'll love. This sounds like they're hinting at something different and not the scenarios. But scenarios are also exciting. We weren't sure if this feature would make it due to the budget, so I'm glad it's confirmed. Complex games need good tutorials. Nothing worse than a strategy sim game that doesn't explain the mechanics to players. I say this as someone who brute forced his way through several strategy titles. New animal cutouts and stylized signs are also coming. This includes the vivarium animals. Here's a little sneak peek at the stylized Stegosaurus. I hope we get signs for all the missing animals. And now we get a look at the Allosaurus that's coming to Update 17. This was revealed in a previous dev diary from last year that I didn't cover due to a busy schedule. Now we finally get to see the in-game model. We're getting 4 species of Allosaurus. We have Fragilis, Gymmatsoni, Europaeus, and Anax. You can clearly see the boxy skull of Fragilis compared to the rounded skull of Gymmatsoni. I'm not sure how they'll make Europaeus different since it's very incomplete. Anax will obviously be bigger. How much bigger is up for debate, since it's also known from a few bones. The identity of Saurophaganax is in limbo. I think it's safer to just say it's a species of Allosaurus for now. That walk and run animation looks so good. Very graceful for such a long animal. Here, we get to see some early combat test animations for Brachiosaurus, Mammoth, and Dilophosaurus. They all have different attacks. Herbivores will kick and stomp, but I hope some herbivores will use bite attacks too. We associate biting with carnivores, but herbivores also bite to attack. Just look at horses and camels, for example. I also recommend checking out Netflix's The Dinosaurs. It has one of the best herbivore counterattacks. Last diary, I thought some of the attacks lacked power. This mammoth tusk attack looks very powerful. You can feel the power from good animation. This Dilophosaurus jaw snap captured a good sense of speed and power. I'm not sure what good those claw swipes are though. At least not from that angle. Right now, I'm just nitpicking. I'm sure it'll make more sense in the finished product. They've also been working on the combat AI. The animals will be able to circle each other and try to attack from the flank, or take defensive positions, so an animal like Stegosaurus will always try to turn and position its tail at its attacker. I'm sure fleeing will be part of it too. When I think of dynamic combat, this is how I envision it. A predator launches an ambush. If it misses, the prey runs away, and the predator chases. When a prey gets cornered and desperate, it'll stand its ground and fight back. This is realistic, but probably very difficult to do in a game. I doubt the game's AI would be that advanced. Who knows? It's fun to dream. The T-Rex is their main combat test subject, and you can see how much work was done. According to this, even with all the work, clipping and incorrect alignment can't be avoided due to the dynamic combat. You can see in these videos how the T-Rex behaves differently, whereas in a scripted animation, it'll always be the same. The scripted animation will always look perfect. While dynamic animation is unpredictable, it'll also look sloppier. And of course, what we're seeing is still very early work. Knowing the devs, they'll release the combat and continue to polish it during updates. When an animal's health is low enough, it'll fall over, allowing the predator to do a kill move. Sounds like this is something only for predators, or maybe some herbivores will have them too. I can definitely see ceratopsians going for a kill. The devs emphasize that this is early animation, and the T-Rex doesn't always roar after a kill. It could sniff around or just do nothing. Lastly, for Update 18, we're getting a wetland update. We'll get eelgrass for underwater decorations. I was hoping for underwater plants. I've seen people use grass and other plants underwater to liven it up, but now we have real underwater plants. What sucks about this is that it will still just be for the wetland biome, so if I use them for a pond in a temperate biome, for example, it would cause issues with the animals, so not a perfect solution. They're also updating the ball cypress, mangroves, common reeds, and cattails. The current mangroves look flimsy compared to these new ones. And we've reached the end of the diary. If you have some money you can spare, consider supporting the devs on Patreon. I think the Patreon support was what allowed them to create the story missions, because that part of the game was in limbo for a while. If you don't have money, you can help spread the word. It's closing time for the Dinosaur Arcade. I'll see you next time.